Smells alright to me. Newcastle United 3, Vitesse Arnhem 2. Sorry, that was an inside joke between me and some of the guys in the last video in the comment section below saying I wear this shirt too much. I like this shirt, barring this. And I like this shirt up here, but again, it's just there for show, really. Let you guys know who you're watching right now. Anyway, let's get back into the game. So it's an interesting game. I don't want to say a game of two halves because that's so cliche, but again, it was because first half we absolutely dominated them, 3-0 up by half time. Then the second half we just went, let them get back into the game. And it's lucky it was only a friendly because I would be a bit annoyed by the fact of us losing a 3-0 lead just like that. I mean, we finished all the pre-season friendlies now. In fact, we've been unbeaten in the pre-season friendlies now. So again, that's another positive. But still a couple things we need to watch out for. And it was an interesting game, a game that I actually got to see live in person. So again, I got to kind of get more into detail on what we need to work on and who we need to watch out for, etc., etc. So anyway, let's get on with the lineup. So Sells was in goal, had a decent game, bit shaky at the start, but made a good stop from a free kick at the beginning of the half, first half, should I say, and then went on from strength to strength after that. I still would probably prefer Darlow in goal, if I'm honest, but again, looks decent enough to be in between the sticks. At right back, Yanmat started ahead of Sterry. Again, I don't think he wanted to be there. It didn't look like he wanted to be there at the start. It was just kind of, he usually makes those starting runs at the start. But again, after, 20, 30 minutes went on, he started to pick up the pace a little bit. So again, it'll be interesting to see if he's still here at the start of the season. And then hopefully put in a shift. Again, if he doesn't, then it's no skin off my nose. In defence was an interesting one. Noah Mbemba apparently picked up a slight injury, so he might be a doubt for the Fulham game. Hopefully, fingers crossed he makes it through. So Hanley got his first start, his first debut, should I say, for the club. And again, he made an okay start. He didn't have much to do in the first half. Second half, there was a bit of a mix-up with some of the goals. I'll get into that in due course. But again, had a decent debut. Lascelles again as captain, good to see. I'm hoping now that he's going to be the captain actually going forward into the Fulham game. It'll be disappointing for him not to be, especially if he's been captain for pretty much all of the pre-season games. And of course, Dummett made the quartet at left back. So going into midfield, a bit of a shock one for me, Werner Anita at right midfield. I know he's versatile, I know he's Mr. Versatile. But I would prefer him to probably play in defensive midfield or at right back, not as a right midfielder. Did a decent job, but again, preferred in central midfield though. Good to see Richie come back on left midfield as well. I don't think he's going to play there. I think he's more likely to play on the right, cutting in on the left, similar to what Townsend did last season. And of course, we had Colback and Hayden in the centre of midfield, which is probably going to be our centre midfield going into the season because I can see Tiote leaving very soon and Saive's not really got a chance. Shelby, probably a second half substitute at best. And then up front we had the gruesome twosome. We had Gale and Perez. Excellent start to those two's careers. Well, obviously Perez has been here for a while, but Gale just arrived here and again got off to a fantastic start, especially in this game as well. Looked lively, sharp, full of pace. Endless amount of energy, so he's going to be one to watch definitely for this season anyway. Let's get into the first half. So first half, as I said before, we got off to a decent start. Sells made a great save from a free kick, pushed it wide to his left. And then after that, we started to build up confidence. And then the first goal came within, 20 minutes or so. Great goal, even though it was an own goal. But again, we did deserve it. Ball came out from a corner, I believe. In fact, didn't come from a corner, sorry, scratch that. Came to Yanmat. Yanmat was running through towards the penalty area, lofted it to the back post where he found Richie, and then Richie kind of drilled it back across the goal. Took a deflection off Leerdam, I believe, and it was an own goal, but again, a goal well deserved, so 1-0 up. Again, the second goal came not too long afterwards. Again, fantastic play from us, and probably the best goal of the game, in fact. Pretty much total football, if you like. Kind of tiki-taka football, should I say. Ball was out wide to Gale. Gale cut in, played it to Yanmat, who was steaming through on goal. He played it to Perez, who was kind of falling towards the floor, and Perez played it back into Gale's path. and then he slotted it home to make it 2-0. So it started with Gale, finished with Gale, excellent goal, and again the start of good things to come. 3-0, Colback of all players, yeah, you would have, can't imagine. Again, we had a corner, didn't do much with the corner, but somehow fell out wide to Perez on the left. Perez curls it to the back post, Colback heads it down, and again, 3-0 up, going into half-time, we are cruising. Now, second half, we didn't make any substitutions straight away. Probably should have, just to give these players, or these fringe players, a bit more playing time. But we came out with the second half with the same team, pretty much. And this is when we kind of let things go to basically, long story short, it was terrible in the second half, basically. I tried to be nice there, but it was terrible in the second half. Didn't really have the same enthusiasm as the first half, and then we let them get back into the game. Yes, we had a couple of chances here and there, but again, we let in some sloppy goals. 3-1, I can't remember who scored for them, but I remember the goal came from a corner, and we had ample opportunities to get rid of this because it was a poor corner. It missed whoever was on the first post, one of their players, and that was Yanmat and Anita's chance to get it away. It fell to the back post. And I saw Lascelles screaming and shouting, saying, how did it get that far? But again, Lascelles is part to blame in this as well, because he should have cleared that away on the back post. But again, someone was there to tap it in. That's 3-1. And they're sort of back in the game. After that, we made a couple of changes. Shelby came on. Mitrovic came on, obviously. Armstrong came on as well. And Saive came on as well. They all did okay. The one I was probably most shocked about, who was this poor, was James. I hope he does a lot better than what he did before, because James went to left back. I don't think he's a natural left back. He's probably more of a right back, similar to how Santon used to play, right-footed player as left back. But we played him at left back, and we brought Dummett inside as a central defender, which I was very impressed about. I can see why we haven't got a fourth centre half yet, because again, he'd be a good centre half if we do get a recognised left back as well as him. Also, we got rid of Hayden, who had a fantastic game. Saive came on for him, and Shelby came on for Colback, or vice versa. Again, I'm not convinced with those two, especially as a partnership. I'm more likely to go ahead with Colback and Hayden, if I'm honest. And again, it was good to see someone with height in the team as well, Lascelles and Hayden. At the moment, we haven't got the biggest amount of players anyway. And it even shocked me in the first half. I was trying to play long ball when we had 4 short men in the frame of Gale, Perez, Anita, and Richie as our front four. So that was baffling me a bit. Anyway, let's get back into the second goal. Second goal for them. Ball whipped in from a free kick, and then again we missed the first header. Or in fact, they got the first header. It was tried, half cleared by Lascelles. I think he should have just put his foot through it, and then it was kind of ping-ponging around, ping-balling, whatever you want to call it, ping-balling. That's the one around, and then we should have cleared it again, and then somehow it's dropped to one of their players, and then he slotted it in the back of the net. And now I'm thinking to myself, hold on a minute, have we not got past this already? Why have we not got past defending free kicks, defending corners, set pieces in general? Whether it's in the air, whether it's on the floor, we should just clear it. Don't try and be all fancy down with it. Just get rid of it. Anyway, game went on from there. I believe we had maybe a couple of chances. A nice little move between Perez and Yanmat before they scored their first goal as well. That was pretty nice. But all in all, as I said before, the first half was good, dominating. Second half was piss poor, if I'm honest. Sorry about that. But again, all in all, a decent performance. And again, we run out 3-2 winners, unbeaten in pre-season. So again, those are the main positives. As I said before, the main positives from the game itself. Hayden had a fantastic game, dominating in the middle of the park. Colbert had a decent game as well. Gale looked frightening up front with pace. And so did Lascelles. Look strong-ish at the back. Still a couple of things he needs to just get rid of to make him basically an England contender, because that's what I want him to be. All in all, very good. Again, people that I wasn't too impressed with was Aaron's, and this is coming from me. I'm the biggest Aaron fan. But again, when he came on, he just tried to do too much. Should have just kept it nice and simple. James, again, looked a bit shaky. And then, as I said before, Yanmat didn't look interested. Sales looked a bit shaky. Micho was up to his old self. He had a decent half, decent chance, sorry, should I say, when he came on. And then afterwards, he clattered someone, gave away a free kick, and he thought to yourself, yeah, that's Micho. So, again, fingers crossed that everything goes to plan. I've been hearing rumours that Knockyart's going to sign very soon. It's just rumours, guys, so don't get too ahead of yourselves. I'm trying not to. But I still think we lack a player like Knockyart, and also we lack players with height as well. Because as I said before, Lascelles and Hayder's not going to be enough, especially when we're not that good at set pieces. So, all in all, very positive. Sorry I've rabbited on for too long. Again, it's good to be at a games to see it all in person. And again, fingers crossed we can get a good 2 or 3 signings before the Fulham game on Friday. Again, thank you for those who stuck around, especially by the Sir Bobby Robson statue as well. Big shout out to Ed, who met up with me, and Joseph as well, who I saw waving by. Again, if you do see me, guys, I'm going to be doing more videos, especially live videos. In fact, I'm going to go to the open day on Monday. So if you see me there, just say hello, guys. Don't bite, you know what I mean? So, nice to see you all, guys. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get all these little errors sorted by Friday and we get off to winning ways. And as always, guys, keep it tuned. Peace.